Good morning, everybody. I'm Zev Fema, research analyst for Action Alerts Plus, here on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange with Jim Cramer.
Zev, it is good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, too. Jim, Facebook reported strong earnings, but they did sock away $3 billion for an FTC fine. You called it
I couldn't find it. It was a library fine.
Library fine.
Look,
so what does that mean?
The first time I got a library fine, I thought my father was going to hit me, okay? It was 15 cents, and he said, that is something that's right out of our dinner, okay? Facebook loses $3 to $5 billion. It's not even out of their dinner. I mean, it's not even out of the dessert. I mean, remember, they got like $35 billion. And the reason why I say this is because all we've been waiting for is quantification. Now, the fact that the quantification is obscenely high if you're Facebook, at least just gives you the quantification. It's
removal of an uncertainty.
Exactly. It's like when JP Morgan had to pay, I don't know, $13-15 billion. Like, once you knew they had to pay, the stock could double.
And we've said we want to Goldman Sachs to do the same thing, tuck away a little bit of money, just take the uncertainty.
And they've got it. They're not quantifying because they actually have to worry about justice. But I just come back and I just say to myself, oh, phew, only 3 to 5. Let's put this thing past us. The conference call was really a love song to privacy. A number of people, David and I were talking about the sheer number of advertisers. I don't think that you can be a company that sells a product without being an advertiser. I talked with my wife last night. We got an 8.2 from Barstool.
Right.
On
Pizza review.
One bite in Longshoreman. I just said, listen, it really doesn't matter. Let's throw a week's worth of revenue to Facebook, to Instagram, to stories, because that's how people, the 3 million advertisers. This is just nothing short of a wholesale different way to get a hold of people. We're always going to do TV because we've got these events that we talk about, and that's one of the reasons why Twitter are good numbers, because they represent a lot of the events. But the fact is that Facebook may be ABC, CBS, and NBC for small to medium-sized business. Which, even though the rates have gone up, like, you can't get customers to come to your store without using Instagram. And that's what's going on. And of course, the consumer product companies are all using them. And I think the real takeaway that shocked people is that all of that publicity, those New York Times stories, Wall Street Journal, it meant nothing to the customers or the advertisers. Nothing. I've never seen anything like it. So what happens when people forget? Would it be like Chipotle? And people are like eating Chipotle like it's going out of style?
So you actually did mention on the show this morning, on Squawk on the Street, it's going to take out the new highs. I mean, is it like Chipotle within 18 months? And is this the turnaround investors have been waiting for?
It's selling at 21 times next year's earnings, and it's growing in mid-20s. So, I mean, I can't find many stocks that have that low a multiple unless you go down to the microns, and then you got like 3 to 4, but that's because they're not going to make the numbers. The numbers are going up at Facebook, so obviously you should be heading toward a 30 multiple. It won't get a 30 multiple because then it would be at 300. But I genuinely believe that this thing takes out its high.
All right, everybody.
We got to hold on to it fractionally.
Oh, absolutely.
It's going to be painful to hold on because it's got a strap for the masses. Like, I know you guys ever read Homer holds up, strapping Ulysses. Forget the sirens.
It's been painful, but it has worked to our favor, staying patient.
Apartment of
conviction.
pain. Zip code of pain.
All right, everybody, and just in case you're wondering, Facebook is our real money stock of the day, so Kevin Curran will be covering all the angles. If you don't know, Mark Zuckerberg has been doing a very good job of managing this guidance about revenue slowdown, growing, but at a slower pace, and analysts are out talking about the fact that, and Jim, tell me what you think about this, if Facebook is slowing because of, regulation, that's really what Zuckerberg's talking about. The analysts were saying basically that ROI would decrease across all platforms, and you're still stuck going to Facebook for the best return.
Well, here's the reason why you can't sweat that. Many of the calls and many of the questions in the conference call were about all the businesses that Facebook isn't in yet. They should go buy PayPal, you know that.
PayPal, they are working on PayPal.
Yeah.
All right, guys, get over to real money. Kevin Curran's covering a stock today. Jim, let's switch topics real quick.
Keep moving.
Is Tesla a short's worst nightmare, and B, does it have the most
Here's
loyal
the problem with Tesla.
investor
Here's the problem
base?
with Tesla. My brother-in-law has a Tesla, and he goes to every Tesla rally, okay? I mean, he shows off his car. People who show off cars buy the stock, and they don't care about the balance sheet. They don't care about a cash raise.
Missed on earnings, huge. Missed on revenue, I believe. No
Why do you bore me?
profitability
Why do you
in
bore
second
me?
quarter.
Why do you bore me? Actually, no, we have a great piece with Gabe Hoffman. He's a short seller. He admits that he's short every time. Points out the inconsistencies. But you see, when you start a conference call with, we're going to have 1 million robo-taxis in 2020, I mean, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to deal with the reality? I mean, this is a guy, he's a big think guy, but this is a guy who immediately, he tries to figure out how to throw everybody off their game. So when he says that, well, I feel like Warren Buffett, they throw stones at my house, whatever. But he starts with such an absurdity that we look like Lilliputians when we try to pin him down on things like cash flow and his guidance. It's like, I always remember when he sat across the table from me and called me a simulation when I questioned whether in 2018 all of America would be receiving its power from a grid in the northwest.
It was
of
over a
Colorado.
50%
Northwest,
chance that you're
yeah,
simulation.
because he said in 2018 all of our electricity will be generated by a power plant in northern Colorado, and I questioned that. Now, did he deal with me on the facts? No, he just said that I was a simulation, 50% chance. That's him. Okay, he deflects. I've never seen anything like it. He's the master deflector. He is P.T. Barnum.
So, guys, there you have it. I mean, Tesla is a hard one to get your hands around. The metrics don't matter. People love it. And, we'll see how it trades for the rest of the day.
You know what? My buddy of mine got one, and it's like, ooh, wow, I want to ride it. I'm pathetic. I've driven one. I went 0 to 80 in about 4 seconds on the Jersey Turnpike. And then I put my foot off the gas pedal, and I stopped. Not optimal.
All right, guys, there you have it. So real quick, let's jump into a speed round, Jim.
My God, I love
3
speed
names
round. I
in
love speed
60
round.
seconds.
Okay.
Comcast, go.
Unbelievable turnaround in the conference call. I mean, and on air. Why? Profitable growth for all. That's what matters.
Good margins as well.
Yeah.
3M.
3M disappointing on every single line item. That's just unforgivable. I cannot condone that. That is going 0 and 16. I cannot condone it, and they do not get the first draft choice.
All right, and you just spoke with the CEO of Southwest.
Gary Kelly is either lucky or just one of the greatest operators ever, because everything could go wrong with them and it didn't matter. And you know what? I got to tell you one thing. His answering of the Max questions, I felt very good for Boeing. Although even though he said he wanted to speak to Boeing privately, what's that about?
All right, so we'll have to dig into more of that. Jim,
Yeah.
the one other thing is,
What?
now you've said that one of the biggest strengths in your career is your ability to tell a good tape from a bad tape.
Oh, man,
so
I eat
with
the
that,
tape for breakfast.
So
like
with that,
Cheerios.
let's go take a look at the tape.
All right, let's come over here.
guys.
All right, first of all, Caterpillar, I have to may eat a little crow because Caterpillar had a double downgrade. It's at 141 and it's working. CVX, amazing. The stock is going up. Does that indicate that they won't raise their bid for Anadarko? No, I think that they will. Disney, once again, it's just incredible how well we're talking about a movie slate. Dow, DuPont, look, it's snake bit. What can I tell you? Goldman Sachs, here's the problem. This is actually a play on Commerce Bank, Deutsche Bank. If they had merged, it would have been up. Home Depot, come on, give me a break. So down 83, it was up yesterday. Don't forget, the biggest weekend for Home Depot is now. IBM, do they have to replace Ginny? I mean, that's what people are thinking. ICE is just plain inconsistent. J&J, until we get a talc decision, that stock is going to be stuck at 138. JP Morgan, once again, that is Deutsche Bank. You got to solve that problem. Coca-Cola, the quarter wasn't as special as people think. There were some one-time items. McDonald's, I'm surprised that's down, but it's probably down because of Chipotle. Chipotle should be up, all right? 3M, obviously 22. And Merck, by the way, the drug stocks have been the Achilles heel. Maybe they come back. Nike, by the way, went from 88 to 82 when they reported, and I said, bye. And bingo, Pfizer also caught in purgatory. Procter & Gamble was a good quarter. I'm tired of it going down.
All right, guys, there you have it. We're going to continue the conversation over on Action Alerts Plus for the members-only video. We're talking Microsoft, what it means for Amazon, so go check it out.